What's good, y'all? I want to speak about someone who was like a goddess in my eyes, who had an energy on this planet that nobody could really match, at least amongst women. I mean, there were a few others, Felicia Rashad's and a lot of other great women who were great influences before all this twerking and all this other stuff going on with these, I don't know, OnlyFans stuff. But Whitney Houston, this woman, as much as she was battling addictions and, fame, predators, demons, all kind of stuff that was, knocking on her doorstep. This woman was the GOAT of the amongst all the women singers. Like, when she came, there was nobody else that could really match her greatness. Before her, you can make an argument for a lot of people. Some people could say Aretha Franklin, Anita Baker, Shaka Khan. It's so many that you can name that you can make an argument for. Diana Ross, a lot. But when Whitney came on the scene, it was over. It was a wrap, B. Whitney Houston was that good, and she never was knocked off her throne. When she was on the throne, when she came on the scene, and she stood on her square and was on her throne, nobody dethroned her. But she dethroned herself, through a lot of maybe some bad decisions she made, and some things she experienced, people she was connected with, But this woman, man, she really touched the world. She touched the planet. She had her influence on the world was just as powerful as Michael Jackson's was. Just like Michael Jackson was a powerful influence, he wanted to heal the world and make it a better place for you and for me. But I mean, Whitney Houston was a beacon of light just as much. She really had a glow in her eye, and she had a presence and a vibration that all women at that time wanted. Not that they wanted her glow, but they wanted to activate that pinnacle, that vibration, spiritually within themselves. Because we all saw that in Whitney Houston. She had so much energy and love. It was so much pure energy, even when she was tainted in some of her physical ways, but spiritually, musically, and divinely, Whitney Houston was a goddess. This woman was the perfect example of a woman that that all women, I am every woman, This woman was a powerful influence on women, like in a positive way. Whitney Houston didn't have to tear down men to uplift women, which that's what women are doing these days. This is why a lot of men are not really respecting these women, because it's like a lot of women have been just attacking men and putting down men while trying to uplift themselves. But Whitney didn't have to do that. She loved men, and she understood men, and she knew that men have a lot of issues and demons that they fight and that they battle with, but at the same time, she knows that women are not exempt. Women have issues as well. But her love for Bobby Brown, that relationship was very toxic. It was they had a lot of passion, a lot of lust, a whole lot of desire and plans and intentions for each other. They were willing to go against all odds, even when people was like, there ain't no good look. Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston? What? Oh, hell no. But that's what everybody was saying. Even Me as a youngin', I said, huh? Bobby Brown with Whitney Houston? That ain't gonna work. But at the same time, they lasted longer than we thought they would, didn't they? So Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, they were a perfect example of the potential in any type of relationship, no matter how different you are and how different your background is. But at the same time, they were also a perfect example of, if you don't get any help and if you don't learn how to heal your addictions, and mental illnesses, it'd just really plague the relationship, and it would sabotage the relationship, and it would turn into something bad, and I'm glad that they made that movie. I'm not sure who the name of the actress who played the part of Whitney Houston in that movie, Whitney, but man, she did amazing. I see why they selected her. I see why she got the part, because of she was a pro at squinting her eyes like Whitney and smiling like Whitney, and of course she was skinny and slim like Whitney as well. So I mean, she was a perfect person to play the part of Whitney Houston, to act out Whitney Houston's life. It just reminds you of who she was and how special she was to us on this planet. She still has arguably the #1 national anthem performance. The Super Bowl, who's better than that one? Nobody was better than that national anthem at the Super Bowl, or her Super Bowl national anthem. That was the best one ever, in my eyes. I still heard a lot of good ones. I even liked the other one, that guy, that little country singer, that white dude, at the more recent Super Bowl between Kansas City and Philly. But man, nobody ain't better than Whitney Houston. So, this woman touched me. Whitney Houston, she touched a lot. She touched the world in a lot of ways. And in a lot of ways, I'm hurt that she's not here with us anymore, and that she passed away too soon. But, I would hope that women, especially even the feminists out there, I would hope that women out here would tap into Whitney Houston's energy and her purpose and how she was, and utilize that. Instead of turning feminism into hate towards the other gender, turn feminism into love and happiness towards the planet. And not just towards people who have been through some, or who belong to a certain group, and just children, men too. There are a lot of loving, hard-working men as well. Stop trying to treat all men like all men are monsters, or all men are some type of perverts or some type of, R words or whatever the case may be. Like, come on now. It's some foul people on both genders. There's some foul men and some foul women. And some good men and it's some good women. Just let's stop trying to play like one is better than the other or one is worse than the other. Whitney Houston was a great example of not trying to tear people down. Even when she was going through BS with Bobby Brown, and Bobby Brown dogged her a few times and cheated on her, she didn't put that in the public. She kept her private life private. But it seems like women today, they don't want to keep nothing in their personal life private. They want to tell everybody, as if to say, hey, everybody listen to me. I'm going through some things. I'm hurt too. It's the Me Too movement. Everybody want to form a cult off their misery and hurt. Like, women don't hurt men too, So, salute to Whitney and her contributions to this planet. She really helped bring some things to us that we didn't really deserve at times, because the way the world was going. But if it wasn't for her, a lot of people wouldn't still believe in love. A lot of women wouldn't have believed in themselves. Waiting to excel, all this stuff. The bodyguard. She played a lot of significant roles. The preacher's wife. A lot of roles that really, really touched people and helped people to understand. Family is everything, you know. Have love and compassion in your heart. Be considerate. Don't be so selfish and, you know, inconsiderate of other people. So, ladies, if you're seeing this video, take after Whitney Houston and how she was. I'm not talking about the drug addictions and all that stuff. I'm just talking about who she was as a woman, a person. And men, don't take after Bobby Brown and what he did. Just learn from his mistakes. But know that Bobby Brown still tried. Even when he was doing wrong, he tried, okay? Salute to Whitney Houston. Rest in peace.